is get you. It's your boy Sam back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about what game modes you guys should be playing to get Khris Middleton as well as Moses Malone as quickly as possible. Also going to be briefly talking about the rewards as you do go up each and every specific game mode. Now, here's the deal, guys. As always, I'm going to tell you guys what I personally believe. Play the game modes that you have fun with. So even if, let's say, MyTEAM Unlimited is not the quickest way for you guys to get Khris Middleton or Moses Malone, it might be your most fun way, which in turn is going to make it the most what's the best way to say it? The most easy and non-annoying way, right? Because I feel like a lot of people load up the game and are annoyed. And that's my thing right now is I don't want you guys to load up the game and feel like, man, this is such a grind for Khris Middleton and Moses Malone. I actually would rather have you guys think it's a fun grind. Now, a lot of people in Unlimited don't have that much fun, so we're going to be talking about some other game modes as well. Let's start with Triple Threat Co-op. Now, in co-op, you guys can see. I think it's in here where you got to get here. But yeah, it's just clutch time in here. 300 clutch time online games, not worth it. That's a little too many. 400 clutch time offline games. That's not the worst thing, but we're just gonna continue to go through it. Let's start in offline modes before we hop into co-op. Offline specifically, you need 800 triple threat offline wins for Moses Malone. It's a lot of wins. 800 is a lot of wins, and along the way you get some MT, you get some ascension boards. Obviously, Khris Middleton at 100 wins, some other things, and you do get decently rewarded. But I just have a hard time thinking that's worth it. Now, in clutch time offline, you're looking at a lot of wins too. What did I just read? 400 wins in clutch time offline. Now, is that the worst? I mean, if you're really bad at the game, I don't think that's the worst situation because look, you're basically cutting the triple threat offline wins in half. But no matter what way you look at it, and this is my perspective, whether it's clutch time offline, whether it's triple threat offline, they're both going to take you about the same amount of time to get Moses Malone as well as Khris Middleton. So for me, I'd probably rather just do it in triple threat offline. I think that's where you're going to be more rewarded. But either way you do it, I mean, I can't sit here and complain. Now co-op, it's 400 wins in a co-op for you guys to get Moses Malone. Now, that's offline or online, it doesn't matter. Now, co-op online, you guys can see what's in the vault. Zach LaVine, Wild West packs, as well as Rick Adelman. Now, as you do go up the ranks, for 100 wins in co-op, you get a Wild West Deluxe 10 box, which is pretty solid. Get some MT, some Ascension picks, and at 50 wins, you get Galaxy over Khris Middleton. I think Triple Threat Co-op, if you do play offline, is going to be one of the quicker ways. If you do it in online, it's still going to be relatively quick if you are good at the game. But I'm not one to a lot of times play co-op. I do think it's one of the most rewarding modes for you guys to play. I'm just not the biggest co-op fan, but at 50 wins, you'll get Middleton. At 400 wins, you will get big Moses Malone. Clutch time online, you guys can go through the ranks here, and I'll show you guys exactly what you're looking at. At 100 wins in clutch time online, you get a ton of MT. Now, problem with clutch time online, you got to play, I think, 350 games to get Moses Malone. That's a lot of games, man. 350 clutch time online games is a ton of games for Moses Malone. Now, obviously, at 50 wins, you get Khris Middleton, and you do get decently rewarded. A bunch of Ascension, a lot of MT, like 40,000 MT for the ultimate reward is pretty good, but it's probably the mode I think is least worth it in the grand scheme of things is clutch time online. Now my mode, if you are good at the game, that I think is the quickest way to get Moses Malone, and that's triple threat online. I do not think there's a quicker way, if you are good at the game, to get Khris Middleton or Moses Malone than triple threat online. If I was to start right now, and I think I have 0 wins in triple threat online, I would have Khris Middleton within 3 hours today. If I was just strictly to grind triple threat online, which is so tough to beat. Like that compared to Unlimited, in which you need 5,000 points, I'd probably have to play, I don't know, Unlimited for doing some quick math, probably need 20 games, probably 10 hours to get Middleton in Unlimited. Whereas Triple Threat Online, if you win every game, you're looking at 3 or 4 hours. That's really, really quickly. So, I mean, I do think, and even for 350 wins, I think it's the quickest way to get Moses Malone. The guy that actually got Moses Malone first was Mini Coach. He did it in Triple Threat Online. So, I think, this is going to be your best way to get Moses Malone, and you do get decently rewarded along the way. If you look what's in the vault, you could get John Marion, or Rick Adelman, as well as that 1,500 MT, and you just get through games relatively quickly. The mode I'm probably going to get Khris Middleton in, the mode I probably will end up, if I do get Moses Malone, getting him in, is MyTEAM Unlimited. Now, MT specifically, I think this is the most worth it mode. Now, why? Because every pack you get is auctionable. So this Inferno pack is going to be auctionable. This option pack, Diamond option pack, it's going to be optional. It's going to be auctionable. When I get to this New Year's Deluxe pack, that's going to be auctionable. Ascension is going to be auctionable. Pink Diamond option pack, going to be auctionable. So this is the one mode, like even on stream, whatever, that I think is going to be the most worth it. You get a Season 4 Suit pack. I'm not the most fond of that. But even this All-Star Pink Diamond player option pack. Look, you pick the guys that basically go for a 200,000 MT. You're going to make nearly, 20,000 MT when you do get to 16,000 points if you do it relatively soon. I think this is maybe the most worth it mode. The problem is to get Khris Middleton and then Moses Malone, you're looking at a very long time. Because by the time you get to Moses Malone, like on average, you're going to have to play 4 or 5 games. Let's say 4 games per every 1,000 points needed. So you're going to have to do that 20 times. You're looking at 80 to 100 games for Moses Malone. And if let's say you win 50% of the games, it's going to take you a very, very long time to do. And even compared to Triple Threat Online, it's just taking you way longer to do. So if your goal is to get Khris Middleton and Moses Malone, Unlimited is not what I recommend. Now, if you're good at the game and you want to get rewarded as you grinding your way for Moses Malone, I do recommend MyTEAM Unlimited. Plus, in my opinion, I have fun in Unlimited, so that's where I would lean. Co-op, I think is the best mode for the average person to play. Number one, it's the most, in my opinion, fun for the community. You can play with your friends, you can have other teammates, you have people to talk to. Again, if your friends load up the game, if you do it in online, you can get a Wild West pack, Zach LaVine or Rick Adelman, as well as there's other things in the vault that can pop out. I just think it's the most fun mode to play. And on that same train of thought, right? Co-op, you only need one good, decent player to use. So, like, even if you have Donovan Mitchell, and let's say your friend has a decent center, Tyson Chandler. Like, you could go out there with Donovan Mitchell, Tyson Chandler, and then I'm just going to throw out a random name like Peyton Watson. Like, you don't have to have the best team to go out there and compete. And you don't have to have the Galaxy or Giannis's or LeBrons of the world. And I think that's very helpful, too, when you look at, grinding the game. In Unlimited, you need 10 good players, and on Triple Threat, you need 3. Co-op, you only really need 1, and I think that's the best mode to do it. So the quickest way, in my opinion, for you guys to get Khris Middleton as well as Moses Malone is probably Triple Threat Online. The best thing you guys can probably grind is co-op. And if you want to get it the fastest, do it offline co-op because it's the same amount of wins as it is in online. And again, it's 400 wins. If you do that in offline, with a teammate that knows what they're doing, you can get through games in 4 minutes. And then you're looking at 15 games per hour. You don't lose a game. You're probably looking at, 40-ish hours to get it done. And that's probably what I recommend. Unless you're really good at the game, Triple Threat Online is probably your best method. So, obviously, guys, at the end of the day, play the game mode you're gonna have the most fun with. That's what I personally recommend. For me, one of my main goals is to play Unlimited, to try to get Don Nelson as well as Paul George. I think both of those guys would be very helpful to me and my specific squad. Obviously, I don't expect to pull anything from the vault. You never do. You'll probably get some MT and stuff like that along the way. But those are the guys that obviously I think would help my squad out. So even for me, Unlimited is what I like playing the most. It's what I like streaming the most. And so that's probably where I'm going to set my focus. Whereas for you guys, again, co-op. Again, if I had friends that still played my team, like my IRLs, if they still played my team, I'd probably play a lot more co-op than I do. I don't like, loading up and not, having people to talk to, stuff like that. So that's just, again, something to keep in the back of your minds. At the end of the day, guys, play my team for fun. Play my team for fun. Whether it's your lineups, whether it's the game mode you play, you should absolutely play the game mode for fun, not to try to, oh man, I got to get Moses as fast as possible. I just want you guys to know Triple Threat Online and Triple Threat Co-op, probably your 2 best methods for getting Khris Middleton as well as Moses Malone as fast, as quickly as possible. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.